Hey, YouTube. Well, I'm here to talk about the kid, James Charles, again. Why, Timothy? What they got to do with you? I am not about to sit up here and be a commentator on YouTube and miss the biggest story of the year thus far. It's a big story. So I was so proud of this kid. Of course, I don't know them. I don't know any of them, really. But I was so proud of this kid's latest video. The first one, the apology thing didn't go over so big. I don't know that apology was even necessary. And this confirms a lot of the things that I was believing about the situation. So he has a video now. What's it called? No More Lies. You guys watch it if you're interested in this YouTube drama. Just for the sake of the drama itself. You don't got to be into cosmetics or, beauty life to find the story interesting. Anyway, so this kid comes up with all of these receipts. And I'm just going to try to highlight a couple of the parts that I remember. I watched it this morning. But it appears to me this kid had come out of nowhere. His whole career span is like 3 years, starting at 17 years old. So he's 19, so that's 2 years. So it's not even 3 years yet. And he has surpassed all these people by double digits. Right? So I think it's simply a case of jealousy. I think this woman probably harbors some inner jealousy about this boy, this man, making such a mark on the cosmetic industry. Is it cosmetic industry, makeup industry, whatever you call it? A guy, I don't think he's particularly trained in that field or anything else. Just came out of nowhere and just started stacking up these huge numbers, which means stacking up a huge amounts of money. And so when she got this little beef about him advertising another product, which he has every right to. If he doesn't believe, maybe your product is shit. No one has said that yet, but maybe he just tried your product and thinks it's really a bunch of bullshit. Could be. Each person has a right to promote whatever they want to promote. Anyway, this was all explainable, and I'm not going to go through. It's a 41-minute video. You guys go watch it. But he laid out exactly what happened with this promotion thing and how it happened and the whole bit. And it makes this woman look very stupid, this Tati. So, Ms. Tati, I think you do harbor some jealousy because you went right to this damn thing with trying to play this homophobia card. Right? Now, this boy, one thing I do want to highlight. I am amazed. I'm overjoyed that this kid has been able to garner that size of an audience. They say his audiences are from 10 years old to preteens, 13, 14-year-old kids. It was not imaginable when I was a child that kids would follow behind a person doing makeup. It just didn't happen. So it's great that the world has moved and changed that much. And I didn't realize how much it has changed because he had 17 million subscribers. And I strongly suspect that those people who signed off will sign back on. And this woman, in the meantime, this woman, Tati, he went down 3 million and she went up 5 million. Just publicity. When these people start talking about these millions of subscribers, they're talking about money. These people all have sponsors and so forth. So they're talking about tremendous amounts of money. One person said this woman might have made $19 million. I don't know. Don't ask me about the numbers. But someone said, I just saw on here a couple minutes ago, she might have made as much as $19 million from this beef on the various social media. And the revenue that it brings when she brings new people in and so forth. Anyway. So one of the things that I remember this kid said, he said he was a 19-year-old virgin. And that I almost fell out of my chair. I said, wait a minute. You guys are calling the predator. Y'all calling this boy a predator and he hasn't even had sex. Now, by saying he's a 19-year-old virgin, I would assume that means intercourse. I assume he's doing the Bill Clinton thing. I did not have sex with that woman. So we don't know what he did. And it's not our business, really. I mean, let's be honest. That has got nothing to do with nothing. So why this woman brought it up, and then he even broke down the kind of language they use amongst each other all the time. But she's taking it to make it something sinister. And he has receipt after receipt after receipt. Unfortunately, my old eyes can't keep up, and I get tired of freezing to read all of these receipts. But the boy had done his homework, and he had brought it out just like it was. So I think more of a villain. Come here, boy. Come here. Get Queenie. Come here. Come. Get your bum over here. Bring the little bum. Hold on. Come here. Beanie bum. Okay, stay there. Get down. Say hello. Hi, people. How you doing? My daddy got me in his lap now because I'm going to bark at the people in the hallway. Say hello to people. Hi. Hi, doggies out there. If you any doggies out there listening to. Stay here. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so he had receipts for all this stuff. And then some of the things that were in there, I mean, it was so beautiful, the video. This person, Jeffree Star. Now, I guess if this guy, James Charles, wouldn't have come up, Jeffree Star would be the one in the spotlight, right? He had passed him up in numbers only slightly. And I think a lot of these numbers, people click on things and they never even look at the page again. But they both were up in the millions. I think Jeffree Star's got 15 million and he had 17 or 19 million. So now James Charles, they're about neck and neck now, right? So it's just old-fashioned competition. He's trying to eliminate the competition. If they can crash stop this kid, then they can shine more. I think it's a big part of it. Because this guy, Jeffree Star, was making him sound like he was such a pervert for liking a straight waiter. I mean, what waiter hasn't been hit on? All waiters. Tell me which ones of y'all have never been hit on by male or female. Anybody? Hands? Of course you get hit on now and then. They're not that big a deal. But she said, oh, but he's straight. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. And then he showed he showed the picture of Jeffree Star in a video talking about how he only likes straight men. Now Jeffree Star calls his kid a pervert, needs to be put in jail for having the exact same taste as him. But his kid is not doing. He made out with a guy, is all we know. Made out, I guess it means kissing. They did it for an hour, so somebody was enjoying it. Anyway, so I don't have all the detail on this thing, although I did watch it. I think he did a good job at making his points. Yeah, there were several other points in that thing that I don't remember. Hold on. Yeah, it seems like this. The villain is this guy Jeffree, who I think is an aging cosmetic star. He's aging. Everybody's intimidated by the new person on the block, young. I mean, all wives, they all fear their husband at some point trading them in for the newer model, the newest thing, the latest thing, right? So people are always intimidated by youth, and particularly when they come on with a bang like this kid did, when he's been able to build his whole empire in about 2 years, and he's still a child. He's still a child. So they shouldn't have come at him that hard, I don't believe. Maybe things got out of control. But this woman, Tati, you should never have went on with this thing about what his taste is in men is. That was so divisive. I believe this kid's going to get all of his subscribers back, and maybe he'll be even more famous now. Because what you've done is you've stirred up a lot of publicity, and for the moment, it looks like, oh, you got all this new subscribers, all this new publicity. But anybody who never heard of James Charles, certainly anybody who watches YouTube, have certainly heard about him now. See, I think a lot of this is why I think this woman, Tati, was so divisive and so wrong, really. I think a lot of those 3 millions who left him, I think a lot of that came from the parents. I didn't realize how young the audiences were. The parents would say, oh, no, he's a predator. You can't watch him. So they switched over to this woman. Plain old homophobia. It was wrong. The parents, they're the one cared about that. It's a new world, people. There are people who's going to be jealous of this kid for being the first cover boy in history. They're jealous. So, James Charles, you've got yourself a good, serious lesson here about how rough business can be. I think it's just business. I think they want to bring you down so they can go up. This Jeffree Star should be ashamed of himself. That's a kid. That's a child. And you should have, anyway. At the end of his video, he said that he will not be returning to Jeffree Star's website where they sell clothes and stuff like that. He don't want to have anything to do with him. And I think that's a wise decision. Wise decision. All right, people, those are my comments. I wasn't about to let this one go because this is the big story. Later.